Hey everyone, wow, okay, I got some news. But okay, let me start off. I did a stream this morning. I know I'm releasing a video already, but I have to. I did a stream this morning, a rant about my piece of crap pick and place machine and about new stuff that happened with Charmhigh and stuff they said and more rubbish and deceit and lies and everything else, right? Here's a link to, I think there, to the stream. Go watch the stream. It's long, very insightful though. I'm not going to rehash it again now, but I needed to make another video for several reasons. But let me start off by saying I created a playlist on my channel called Don't Buy Charmhigh, of course, and I've put all the videos I've done so far in there and also all the live streams. But today I added a video, an unlisted video, because I didn't want to make it public just to wreck the algorithm, of a board that I ran on this machine, and a board that I would consider to be one of the better boards, right? And so I posted that video showing people what a board looked like directly off the pick and place machine and the type of crap that I'm having to deal with, right? And I did that, and I thought, okay, that's a really good understanding for people. And then the very next board I ran, which was already in the machine, because I had paused the machine to take a video of the one that I'd taken out, because I'd take one out, put the next one in straight away. When that had finished, I took it out and I took a look at it, and oh my god, it was wrecked. It was just a shocking board. And so I wanted to take another video to show you that. And also during that pick and placing, I had some of the failures I spoke about on my stream today to do with the Pico D4 misfeeding and then chucking them on the floor, and my shotkeys misfeeding. I lost 12 shotkeys on that panel run. So there's 15 boards, there's 2 shotkeys per board, so that's 30 shotkeys I placed, and I lost 12 on the floor during that process, right? And so I've taken video of that and put that on the end of this one for you to watch. But anyway, sorry. So after seeing the state of this new board, I wanted to make a new video to show you how bad this machine can get. And then once I did that, and then I ran the next board was also screwed, and I had a massive aha moment. And then after that board, I fixed it. Insane, right? So, because this has happened to me before, a lot, and it happens randomly, and I can never work it out. 1 minute, a board comes out and it's like, okay, and the next one that comes out is shite, like really shite. It's like it's got a mind of its own. So I worked out what it is. It's using a closed loop servo system, yeah? It's skipping. It's 100% skipping. And it's not detecting it's skipping. It's skipping on the y-axis. Forward and backwards, it's skipping. How do I know it's skipping? Because I fixed it by turning the machine off and turning it back on again. That's it. I turned it off, I turned it back on again, I had to reconfigure all the frickin' pickup points on my feeders again, like I'd have to do every time I turned the machine on. But I did that, and it was fine. And the next board that came out, the last board, was perfectly aligned. The only difference was I turned it off, I turned it on, and it rehomed itself. So it's skipping, and it's not detecting it's skipping. It's losing count, and it's fracking my boards up. And that's got to be exacerbating the issues with the pickup as well, because then all the pickup positions will be wrong. So that's why when I get a bad board, the pickups are way worse, and when I get an okay board where the registration's okay, the bouncing and all the other stuff is still there, but at least it's placing them better, right? But it doesn't matter if it's bouncing or not if it's skipped, because if it's skipped, it can't pick it up at the right spot anyway. So a part that hasn't bounced is still going to get picked up on a corner because it's out. What a piece of frickin' junk. Once again, nothing wrong with the machine. It skips and can't detect it's skipping. For frick's sake, really. Anyway, I'm glad I've worked that out, because now I can at least only lose one board in a batch, and then I can turn the machine off and back on again, right? It's very hard to detect because you don't know when it's skipped. Right? It's not every single board on the panel of 15 is out. It's only out after a certain number. Like it does them in order. It does board 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So it could happen at board 6 that it skips, and then everything from board 6 onwards is out. So at no point can I find out that it's out. I can't like check the first board and see. Freaking disaster. Anyway, have a look now at the video of this board. Check out the stuff that I'm dealing with. Like, it's just horrific. Like, it's a disgrace. This machine is an absolute disgrace. And Charmhigh should be so ashamed of themselves that they refuse to admit that there's a problem with this machine. Right? It's just, like, the evidence is just outstanding. Like, the amount of evidence I've got. But no, they just won't do anything about it. Anyway, have a watch of the video, then have a look at the ones at the end when I show the errors and all the crap that happens. Check out the playlist. I'll put a link to the playlist as well. I'm going to keep just making random videos, like unlisted ones, of my experience with this machine, and I'm going to keep posting them to that Don't Buy Charmhigh playlist. I encourage you all to have a look at them, comment if you want, share them around. Like, seriously, this is what you can expect if you buy one of their machines, and this is the level of support you're going to get from them. 0, right? Just don't do it. Don't buy one of their machines. I urge you all, just don't buy one of their machines. Anyway, on with the video. Thanks. Here we go. I knew it wouldn't disappoint. I knew I'd get to show you some fun and games. So, let's have a look here, shall we? Well, obviously we've got some sideways components. Yeah. I don't know what that cap is just sitting there right there. That's not from the matching network. So there's just a stray cap there. Let's keep going along. As you can see, pretty bad placement with that FET up in the top. But let's keep going. Well, okay, so look at that. If we can focus. It's having some trouble focusing on the board because of the glare. But yeah, diodes, caps, not looking great. Got the cap on its side over there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that one interesting? So we've got no USB. We've got that LED, I don't know what it's doing. Sideways LED. I mean, all these parts are completely out. Right? Like, ridiculously how far out they are. No LDO, shotkeys are screwed. Yep. Okay, sure, let's keep going. Oh, that's a nice one. So we've got backwards LED. We've got one of the caps from over here is over here. That big cap from there is over here. We're missing a shotkey. We've got a resistor just hanging around over there. We're missing the other cap. Okay, that's pretty marvellous. What else have we got? No LED. Sorry, no LDO. Oops, can't talk. No LDO. Wow, that board's, I mean, out, but whatever. And we've got... Wow. Actually, sorry, I just want to see something. I think I missed something. Yeah, look at this one here. LDO is 90 degrees. That dot there should be up there. So that LDO has been placed wrong. And those LDOs are just missing. So back to here. So we've got, yeah, shotkeys. But, oh, check this out. Check this out. I love when this happens. There's a resistor missing, and look at the D4. Check this out. Hang on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this without just smudging it. What? Look at this. Oh, look at the resistor. Look at the resistor under the D4. There it is. How did that happen? Nice one. What else we got? LDO. Oh, 90 degrees LDO, not even on the pads. It's wrong way around. What do we got here? Just a sideways resistor. Just a sideways resistor. No! Oh, look at that one. We've got a top standing cap. That's a 1 microfarad cap. It's tombstoned. It's not even been reflowed yet. Wow. Gotta love a good pick and place session. Oh, look at that. It's upside down. My SOT is upside down. Not sure you can even see. There you go. Picked it up and placed it upside down. So that means it jumped. SOT 363 jumped out of the tape. Wow. Okay, what else we got? Sideways LED. Whatever, just some bad placement. Oh, missing LDO again. Schottky's bad. FETs are bad. Sideways LED. At least the LDO is on the right way that time. Wow, what have we got there? Oh, check out the D4. Look at the angle the D4's on. So in order of placement, it would have been this one here. Right, that's the second last board, and then this one is the last board. And look how it's placed, the D4. How is that rotated on an angle? That's just insane. So that's a pretty bad board. It's a bad board because there's stuff on here that can't really be salvaged. Like I don't like that. That's a dead board. I'm gonna have to pull the D4 off that, let it reflow without the D4 because it's not going to reflow properly, and then hot air the D4 back on again because all the paste is smudged off. Like you could see when I lifted it, it's not even, the D4 wasn't even touching the paste on these pads here. That resistor's just taking it out. And I mean, check that out. Look, it's not even those pins are not even on the pads. They're halfway off the pads. Like this is disgraceful. This is not the worst board I've ever had, but this is pretty bad. Like this is the number of missing parts is ridiculous. Like that's disgraceful. And so what's happened is it's not even seen that it's not picked up the LDO. So here it's smacked the LDO down without one and ripped the paste off. So there's no paste there on that pad. So this is a complete rework, this board. I either pull the parts off and I just try to salvage them and discard that board completely, or I try to fix it. That's a 20-minute round trip on that board to get this board working because of the state. And where are the USBs? Like it just misfed the USBs, but no error. It just didn't pick them up or place them. And they're not the last two boards. Wow. Seriously. This is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. How does this cap... Where is my tweezers? There we go. How does that cap get placed there? That must have been hanging on the corner of the cap on the nozzle. Like it must have just bounced out on an angle and then the nozzle just picked it up on the corner. Like this... Like I feel like just chucking this board out. Every single part has to be nudged back on the pads. And if I nudge all the parts, it's just going to smear the paste. Like this is just an absolute disgrace. So 15 boards worth of parts, pretty much. I can spend 40 or 50 minutes trying to fix this board before I reflow, and then another maybe 45 minutes afterwards reworking them. Or I can just abandon the parts. Like, how's Charmhigh going to compensate me for this crap? Like, seriously. So while this board was being made, the machine was erroring all the time. So I took a couple of videos of the erroring. So it chucked 3 D4s on the floor during this run, and about 12, I think, Schottky's. So these guys here on the floor. So stick around for the end of this now when I show you those 2 quick videos. I took them on my phone. But so this is it. This is my life with this pick and place machine. And if this machine is not broken and this is the quality of Charmhigh's machine, this is what you get when you buy one of the machines. So don't buy one of the machines. Don't support this crap. This is just shocking on every level. Here we go again. What is this? Oh, my D4s again. Let's go have a look this time. Oh, look at that. So, it's in the wrong spot. So there's a wasted D4. Here's another wasted D4. I'll just take that one out if I can. No, a bit hard to do with one hand. Should have brought my tweezers. I don't really want it to fall on the floor. There it is. So that's in the wrong spot because it didn't feed properly. So I need to advance it 1 point. See if I can do that. 1 click, 1 point. Now that's in the right spot. So now it'll feed again. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have kept just failing 3 at a time and chucking them on the floor. Maybe we'll go have a look on the floor to see how many there are afterwards. So let's see if that fixed it. I'm going to step it because I don't trust it. Yep, there we go. Wow. That is just shitful. See, 16mm feeders don't work. Not just the 8. Not just the 12. You saw the missing USBs. That's the 12 not working. Disgraceful. And 2 minutes later, here we go again. This time it's my shotkeys. So, what is it? Well, it's picking them up sideways. Excellent. So it picks up sideways and it can't recognise there's a part there. So that was 3 fails in a row to do that. So that's 3 shotkeys on the floor. It does this about 4 times every panel. So there you go, there's another sideways one. Do you see that? Excellent. So 4 times per panel times 3, that's 12 of them every panel. Excellent. So many wasted parts.